And tensions, however, are escalating yet again, where after the top aide to the Russian President Putin made a chilling reference to the so-called dead hand nuclear retaliation system, now U.S. President Donald Trump has claimed a threat was made that he responded by moving nuclear submarines closer to the Russian waters. Trump stated that the deployment was a precautionary measure in the light of threats he says were made by the Russian side. Srinjoy, are we looking at things now escalating between U.S. and Russia?
Well, not in nuclear terms, because this is something quite exceptional. And there have been incidents like this. It's called a broken arrow, when there is one side with a huge number of nuclear weapons fears that the other side is beginning to launch. Now, whatever happens now, there are systems in place which will ensure that this kind of nuclear attacks by mistake do not happen. So this is more a way of muscle flexing rather than anything else. Because if Trump feels that there is a threat, he will respond with something similar. But beyond that, things cannot escalate, because the costs, therefore, involved are so enormous that it's incomprehensible that either side will do anything about it. But over between 1945 and 1991, the Civil War, the Cold War took place, and during that entire period, there were many flashpoints. And even during those times, a nuclear war was averted. 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis was perhaps the worst example of it. This is more like a threat and a counter-threat in comparison.
Absolutely. As far as when it comes to the appropriate regions, however, is this provocation, or is this, as far as when it comes to Donald Trump suggesting that this is just a reference that has now been made by moving to